When I think of success, I don't just think of business. I think of balance. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned on my journey is that no matter how busy you are, there's always time to take care of your mind and body. One of the habits that transformed my life is practicing Tai Chi daily. It's not just a martial art, it's meditation in motion. Every day, early in the morning, I set aside time to practice Tai Chi. It's not because I want to be physically stronger, but because I've learned that true strength comes from mental clarity. The body must be in sync with the mind to make wise decisions. In the beginning, many might think it's a waste of time. You start exercising, and your body aches. Your mind is still distracted, filled with worries. But over time, something magical happens. You start feeling a different energy, a clarity you've never experienced before. And it's this energy that I bring to my work and personal life. I often tell my employees and friends, if you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit. Change yourself. This applies to Tai Chi and to any practice that helps align body and mind. I wasn't the smartest student in the class, but Tai Chi taught me a profound lesson. Patience and consistency win the race. People sometimes ask how I maintain the energy to build Alibaba. The answer is simple: balance. If your body is exhausted, your mind doesn't work. If your mind is overloaded, your body feels it too. When you find balance, everything around you starts to align as well. I remember a time when we were building Alibaba with very few resources. We didn't have money. We didn't have cutting-edge technology. But I knew we needed clarity of purpose and energy to move forward. Daily Tai Chi gave me that, a calm mind amidst the chaos. No matter what was happening, I knew that quiet moment in the morning prepared me for the challenges ahead. If you want to transform your life in 30 days, start with something simple. Move every day. It doesn't have to be Tai Chi. It could be a walk, a run, or even a yoga session. The most important thing is to build the habit. The body thanks you. The mind renews itself. And over time, you'll see that you're more prepared to face challenges with courage. Whenever someone asks me how to keep energy and clarity in the face of adversity, my answer is always the same. Find something that moves both your body and mind every day. When I started, it was hard. There were days I didn't want to get out of bed. But the key to transforming any area of life is consistency. And I'm not just talking about business. I'm talking about life as a whole. When you take care of yourself, everything around you starts to improve. That positive energy you create is contagious. And suddenly, you realize that you're not only impacting your life, but also the lives of those around you. So, if you're waiting for the perfect moment to start taking care of yourself, I say, if not now, when? Don't wait. There is no ideal moment. What you have is the present. You have the power to change your future by starting with a simple habit. Move your body, take care of your mind, and watch how everything else begins to transform. Eat 'em. One thing I've learned along my journey is that in order to be successful, you need to sleep well. In the beginning, I also thought that the more time I spent awake working, the more productive I would be. But that's not the case. Sleep is essential for recharging your mind and body. When you create a sleep routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, your body responds better and you wake up refreshed, ready to face the day with energy. We often get carried away by distractions. We stay up late on social media or checking emails, but this only makes us more agitated. The key is to disconnect before bed. I like to read or meditate to calm my mind. It's like I always say, if not now, when? If you want to change your life, start taking care of your sleep today. It will make a huge difference to your productivity. Establishing consistent bedtimes is one of the simplest and most powerful steps you can take. When your body gets into a natural rhythm, your mood improves. Consistency is everything. It's what keeps us going, no matter what the challenge is. Sleeping well isn't a luxury. It's a necessity if you want to achieve your goals and stay focused in the long term. Another important thing is to create a suitable sleeping environment. A quiet place with no distractions helps a lot. I always say that taking care of your body and mind is the key to success. And sleep is a fundamental part of that. Start now. Take this simple step, and you'll see the positive impact it will have on your life in just a few days. In the rush of daily life, we often neglect something fundamental: our breathing. Most of us breathe automatically without realizing the impact it has on our emotional and mental state. However, by practicing mindful breathing, we can transform not only our mood, but also how we handle stress. Deep breathing helps oxygenate the brain, calm the mind, and recharge our energy. It's a simple yet powerful practice for creating positive changes in your life. Mindful breathing means stopping and paying attention to each inhale and exhale. When you're under pressure, your breathing tends to become shallow and fast, increasing feelings of anxiety. But by adopting deep, controlled breaths, you can reverse that effect. You can practice mindful breathing anywhere, at any time, at work, at home, or even during a walk. Just take a few moments to reconnect with your breath, and it can bring an immediate sense of relief and mental clarity. This technique is also an efficient way to reduce daily stress. We all face challenges and moments of tension, but how we deal with these situations makes all the difference. When you control your breathing, you also control your reaction to what's happening around you. And this emotional control is essential for making wiser, more efficient decisions. Incorporating mindful breathing into your routine can be a game changer in your ability to stay calm and focused. In addition to reducing stress, mindful breathing also increases your energy levels. By breathing properly, you ensure that your body and brain receive the oxygen they need to function at their best. Each deep breath gives your body the chance to renew itself, eliminating mental and emotional fatigue. It's no wonder that many meditation and mindfulness techniques emphasize the importance of breathing. It's the bridge between the body and the mind. Another key benefit of mindful breathing is mental clarity. When you breathe deeply, your mind calms, allowing you to think more clearly and objectively. This is especially useful during tense moments or when making difficult decisions. Often, the answers we seek are already within us, but mental agitation prevents us from seeing them clearly. Mindful breathing is a way to quiet that agitation and access a clearer perspective on the situation. Incorporating this practice into your day doesn't require much effort. You can start with short sessions of deep breathing. Just 5 minutes a day can make a significant difference. Mindful breathing can also be integrated into other daily activities, like when you're stuck in traffic or taking a break at work. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the benefits to your productivity and well-being will be noticeable in no time. If you're looking for real transformation in your life over the next 30 days, start by paying attention to something as simple as your breath. Breathe deeply, be present, and watch as your stress decreases and your energy increases. Mindful breathing is a powerful, accessible tool that can lead to lasting change in your life. We live in an era where social media dominates much of our time. Don't get me wrong. Technology is incredible. After all, it has transformed the world. But the question I ask is, are you using technology, or is technology using you? The truth is, many of us spend more time than we should scrolling through screens without realizing how much it drains our attention and energy. If you want to change your life in 30 days, you need to start by setting clear limits on your use of social media. When we spend hours immersed in the digital world, we lose touch with ourselves. It's easy to get lost in the content others are posting and forget what truly matters. The time you spend on social media could be better invested in yourself, in your personal development, in your dreams. The question is simple. How can you grow if you're constantly distracted? Set a limit for the time you spend online, and instead, use that time for things that will genuinely move you forward. By limiting your social media use, you begin to gain something precious, time for yourself. This time can be used to rediscover hobbies you've left behind or simply reconnect with what motivates you. When you spend less time on social media, you have more mental and emotional energy to focus on what really matters. You'll start to feel lighter, more connected to your real life and the people around you. The truth is, offline life can be much richer than it seems. Social media can be useful for work and staying in touch, but it shouldn't dominate your day. Finding balance is key. And when I talk about balance, I mean the time you dedicate to your own growth and well-being. By reducing wasted time on social media, you create valuable space to reflect on your goals and focus on what will truly help you grow. Imagine you're chasing a dream. If you're constantly distracted by social media, you're diverting your attention from what really matters. To achieve success, focus is everything. Every minute you recover by reducing your social media use is a minute that can be used to improve yourself, learn something new, or simply recharge your energy. This change may seem small at first, but over time, you'll notice the impact it has on your productivity and well-being. When you spend less time on social media, you also become more self-aware. You start to understand your emotions, your goals, and what truly makes you happy. By setting aside time to reflect and take care of your mental health, you're creating an environment where you can thrive. Balancing online and offline time is essential for maintaining clarity and focus on what truly matters. So, if you want to make a significant change in your life, start now. Limit your time on social media and gain more time for yourself. This small adjustment can completely transform the way you live, allowing you to focus on what's really important. The time you spend with yourself, away from digital distractions, is the time that will take you further on your journey to success. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your body. I always talk about the importance of maintaining balance in every area of life, and that includes the mind. We live in a world where stress and pressure are constantly present, and the only way to truly overcome these challenges is by training your mind to be present. The practice of mindfulness can transform the way you deal with the ups and downs of life. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment. It doesn't mean you ignore your problems, but rather that you learn to deal with them in a more conscious and calm way. Many people get lost in negative thoughts or worries about the future, and that only increases stress. When you focus on the present moment, you can see things more clearly and make wiser decisions. In my experience, mental clarity is one of the most powerful tools you can have to face any challenge. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life can be simple. You don't have to change your entire routine to practice it. It can start with something as basic as paying attention to your breathing while doing a common task, like washing dishes or taking a shower. These small moments of mindful awareness help train your mind to focus on the present, and over time, you'll notice a big difference in how you handle stress. When you train your mind to stay present, you develop emotional resilience, which is essential for success, both in your personal life and in your career. This doesn't mean challenges will disappear, but it does mean you'll be able to face them with a calmer mind and a stronger spirit. And that makes all the difference when you're faced with important decisions or moments of crisis. Staying calm in the middle of a storm is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Another benefit of practicing mindfulness is that you begin to notice the small things in daily life that often go unnoticed. When your mind is constantly focused on the future or stuck in the past, you miss the value of the present moment. But by practicing mindfulness, you start to find pleasure in the small activities of everyday life. This brings a sense of gratitude, which is fundamental for a balanced and happy life. Mindfulness also helps to reduce stress effectively. When your mind is calm and focused, things that once seemed like big problems start to become more manageable. By practicing mindfulness, you create space to breathe and reflect before reacting to situations, which can prevent impulsive decisions. This more conscious approach helps you stay focused on your goals without being distracted by the chaos around you. If you're looking for a way to improve your mental resilience and have more control over your emotions, start with mindfulness. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just start with 5 minutes of mindfulness a day, whether through breathing exercises, movement, or routine activities. Over time, you'll notice that this not only improves your ability to manage stress, but also helps you maintain the mental clarity needed to make better decisions and achieve your goals. In such a fast-paced world, it's easy to forget the value of reading. But if there's one thing that can expand your mind, fuel your creativity, and take you to new horizons, it's reading. When you dedicate time to reading, you're investing in yourself in a powerful way. Reading offers you knowledge that doesn't come from direct experience, but from the lessons of others, allowing you to learn without going through all the hardships yourself. If you want to transform your life in 30 days, set aside time every day for reading. No matter how busy you are, there's always a few minutes that can be dedicated to a good book. And when I talk about reading, I don't just mean business or self-help books. Of course, those are important. But what truly matters is that you read something that inspires you and challenges you to think in different ways. After all, knowledge is the greatest asset you can acquire. Reading not only broadens your vocabulary or improves your writing, it transforms your mindset. As you immerse yourself in the pages of a book, you begin to see the world from a new perspective. You can learn about new cultures, explore stories of success and failure, and apply those lessons to your own life. Many times, the solution to a problem you're facing might be hidden in a book. That's why I make time to read every day. It allows me to grow even when I'm standing still. When you spend less time on social media and more time with a book, your mind strengthens. You start training your focus, and over time, you become more disciplined. Reading is, in fact, an exercise for the brain. And the more you practice, the more your mind expands. And the best part? Reading is a way to find inspiration. A single paragraph can change the way you see a problem or give you the idea you need to start something new. Reading is also a form of balance. With so many things happening around us, taking time to disconnect and immerse yourself in a book is almost like meditation. While you're reading, you're in control of your mind and attention. It's a moment just for you, a moment to recharge your energy while feeding your creativity and productivity. One of the secrets to success is to always be learning. And reading is one of the simplest and most effective ways to do that. Moreover, reading daily creates a habit that can transform your life. When you commit to reading every day, even if it's just for 15 minutes, you're strengthening your discipline and your commitment to personal growth. Those minutes add up. And over weeks and months, they accumulate into knowledge that can take you much further than you imagined. So, the question is, what will your next book be? Remember, knowledge is power, and the power of reading is within everyone's reach. Just pick up a book, open the first page, and let it lead you to new paths of learning and growth. If you don't yet have the habit of reading, start now. The impact will be profound, not just on how you think, but on how you see the world around you. When we think about transformation, it's common to imagine big changes. We believe that we can only achieve our goals by doing something extraordinary. But the truth is, the key to transforming your life lies in small changes. If you make one small adjustment every day, the impact over time will be enormous. The secret to success is taking small steps consistently, because that's how great victories are built. Think about it. When you decide to improve in something, you don't need to change everything at once. If you try, you'll likely feel overwhelmed and give up. The real power lies in starting with small actions, focusing on one habit at a time. It could be something simple, like waking up 15 minutes earlier, or spending 10 minutes reading each day. At first, these changes may seem insignificant, but consistency is what makes the difference. Over time, these small habits accumulate, and the results become visible. If you want to transform your life in 30 days, start small. Focus on one habit you can improve today, and then gradually build from there. It could be starting to meditate for 5 minutes a day, or setting aside time for a hobby that helps you grow. When you focus on small changes, you're creating a solid foundation for the future. Each small step brings you closer to your goals, and this is the most sustainable way to achieve success. I strongly believe that it's not the big actions that change your life, but the consistency of small actions. The more you dedicate yourself to improving a little each day, the more you realize that you're building something great. Imagine constructing a tall building, brick by brick. Each brick is essential for the final result, and that's exactly how your life can be transformed. With patience and persistence, any goal can be reached. Another important point about making small changes is that they're easier to implement. When you try to change everything at once, you end up facing resistance from yourself and from the circumstances around you. But when you focus on something simple and concrete, like improving your discipline or taking better care of your health, you have a greater chance of success. These small victories build a sense of progress, which boosts your motivation to keep going. Over time, these small changes lead to big transformations. A daily exercise routine can drastically improve your health. A few minutes of reading each day can enrich your knowledge and broaden your mind. The practice of meditation can help you become calmer and more focused. And most importantly, these small changes create a habit of continuous growth, which is essential for achieving lasting success. So, if you're thinking about how to transform your life, remember, start small, but be consistent. Every small action counts, and over time, these efforts add up to create something extraordinary. You may not notice the impact of these changes immediately, but I guarantee that over 30 days, you'll see a noticeable difference. And more important than seeing the results is knowing that you're in control of your life, shaping it step by step in a sustainable and meaningful way. Work-life balance is something many people talk about, but few really manage to achieve. Often, we are so focused on reaching success in business that we end up neglecting our personal lives. But what I've learned over the years is that without balance, success loses its meaning. Working hard is important, but living fully is essential. If you truly want to transform your life, you need to find a way to balance both. Life is too short to be consumed solely by work. Yes, we must be dedicated, put in effort, and chase results. But true success comes when we can balance that with quality time for ourselves, our family, and our hobbies. The question is, how can we be productive at work and still enjoy the best that life has to offer? The answer lies in understanding that balance doesn't mean spending less time working, but rather using that time more efficiently. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that the more hours they work, the more results they'll get. But that's not true. What really matters is the quality of the time you dedicate to your tasks. When you work in a focused and organized way, you can accomplish much more in less time. And with that, you free up space to dedicate yourself to the things that truly make you happy. Spending time with the people you love, pursuing your hobbies, and taking care of your mental and physical health. Maintaining this balance isn't just about happiness, but also about productivity. When you're rested and your mind is calm, your ideas flow better, your decisions are more accurate, and you can handle challenges more effectively. Work-life balance isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Those who master this art are more prepared for long-term success because they won't fall victim to burnout and stress. Finding this balance requires discipline. It means knowing when to stop and pay attention to yourself and the people around you. Often, we're so immersed in our daily tasks that we forget to pause and appreciate what really matters. The time you dedicate to your family, friends, and hobbies is what keeps you connected to real life. It brings you a sense of fulfillment that professional success alone cannot offer. Remember, it's not about choosing one over the other. It's about knowing how to integrate both in a healthy and balanced way. When you learn to balance your personal life with your professional life, you discover that you can have the best of both worlds. You can achieve success at work while also having a rich and satisfying personal life. This balance will help you stay on the path of growth without sacrificing your health and well-being. If you want to transform your life, start by looking at how you're spending your time. Evaluate if you're giving priority to what really matters, and if you're taking care of yourself in the right way. Work-life balance isn't something you find overnight, but over time. You'll learn to make the right choices that will lead to a more balanced and consequently more fulfilling life. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned on my journey is the importance of avoiding excessive stress. When you're overwhelmed, your mind shuts down, your energy fades, and your ability to make good decisions diminishes. In any endeavor, stress is inevitable, but the key to success is knowing how to manage it. And one of the best ways to do that is by learning to delegate. Trying to do everything yourself is a sure path to burnout. When you carry all the weight on your shoulders, stress builds up quickly. You don't need to be the hero in every situation. Delegating tasks is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's an essential skill for anyone who wants to lead and grow. By delegating, you not only free up your own mind and energy, but also give your team the opportunity to grow and contribute in meaningful ways. Over time, you realize that the true strength of a leader lies in trusting others. Of course, to delegate successfully, you need to trust your team. Many leaders struggle with delegation because they believe no one will do the job as well as they can. But that's a dangerous trap. If you want to build something great, you need to surround yourself with talented people and empower them to make decisions. And more importantly, you need to trust them. This not only reduces your stress levels, but also increases the effectiveness of teamwork. Avoiding excessive stress also means adopting a positive mindset when facing challenges. Difficulties will come. That's inevitable. But how you choose to deal with those challenges makes all the difference. Instead of viewing obstacles as something insurmountable, see them as opportunities for learning. When something goes wrong, and it will at some point, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This simple mindset shift can significantly reduce the pressure you feel. Another important aspect of reducing stress is knowing when to stop. Often, excessive stress comes from the inability to disconnect from work. When you're constantly immersed in problems and worries, both your body and mind suffer. Knowing when to take a break, when to rest, and when to relax is essential for maintaining energy and mental clarity. Sometimes, taking a step back is exactly what you need to see the situation with fresh eyes and find the solution you were looking for. The key to maintaining a balanced and productive life is recognizing that you can't control everything. By learning to delegate, you free up your mind to focus on what truly matters: the vision, the strategy, and the big decisions that will make a difference in the long run. And by delegating, you also teach your team to become more independent and responsible, which in turn strengthens the entire structure of your business or project. So, if you want to avoid excessive stress and keep your mind focused on what really matters, remember, delegate and trust your team. Don't try to do everything on your own. And most importantly, take care of your mental and physical health, because without them, you won't be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. And the best way to ensure you go the distance is by taking care of yourself and your team along the way.